Prayer rosery. Prayer rosery is a plant native to India. It grows in the wild, belongs to legumes, and its berries are often compared to the eyes of a crab. Its second name is watermelon. Prayer rosery bean has not in vain received such an interesting and unusual name. Indians use its berries peas for making rosaries. However, today it is strictly forbidden. But the belief that the rosary prayers will definitely protect the family from evil spirits in India has remained to this day. Today, arbus can be found not only in India but also in the USA. Here these vines are grown as an ornamental hedge. But the prayer rosary is especially favored in Hawaii and Puerto Rico. The bush blooms very beautifully, its pink flowers are attractive and actually pleasing to the eye. But the ripened fruits hold a deadly danger for humans. They are very toxic to the human body. It is true that as long as the peel is intact and undisturbed, the rosary prayer beetle poses no danger. The toxin in this plant is called abrin. When ingested, it prevents the synthesis of proteins and quickly glues red blood cells into clots. And the danger is not only swallowing the berry, but also inhaling its odor. Hydnellum peca. In Russia, this representative of the mushroom kingdom is extremely rare, only a few manage to find it on the high peaks of the Caucasus Mountains. Other nicknames can also be found. Killer mushroom, a cute little mushroom, brownie, devil's hedgehog. The surface of the mushroom cap resembles the shape of a shell. Many experts compare it to gills or rotting fruit. This is quite understandable, as in adulthood the killer mushroom looks frightening. The cap is very difficult to confuse with other species, since during the ripening period it begins to ooze red juice. There is a plausible theory that the rather viscous and brightly colored liquid released lures small insects. Once stuck to the cap, the insects die and serve as food for the mushroom. In ancient times, practical people used the beautiful red secretions of the mushroom to dye fabrics. In its first stage of development, the mushroom resembles a sponge and secretes a bright red liquid through its pores. Then the mushroom matures, and at the bottom of the cap there are outgrowths that look a little like teeth. Despite the fact that this species is very rare, there are similar specimens among the genus that are also inedible and poisonous. As an example, Hyndalum bluestem is often found in the northern part of Europe. Stapelia. Stapelia is a perennial plant belonging to the succulents. Like any succulent, it is very unpretentious in care, but still requires attention. Folk names: African starfish, fluffy starflower, order star. It has a very interesting peculiarity. The beautiful and graceful flower of this plant exudes not a fragrance, but the smell of rot, dead meat. In the natural environment it grows in southwest and southern Africa. Stapelia is attached to mountainsides and with its unique odor attracts flies for pollination. This plant is dangerous. Stapelia milky juice does more than just repel insects. Once on the skin or mucous membranes, the poison causes irritation and can leave a burn on the mucous membranes. Therefore, caution should be exercised when working with the plant. Also, do not eat the stems of the plant, as it will lead to poisoning. If your child or animal has eaten this succulent, it is necessary to immediately contact an ambulance at the first symptoms of poisoning. Amorphophallus. Amorphophallus, Latin for shapeless penis, belongs to the lily family. This amazing plant of the aroid family is native to India, China, Vietnam and Sumatra. For the appearance of the plant and the specific odor of the flower, Amorphophallus is called voodoo lily, devil's tongue, snake palm, corpse flower. Amorphophallus giganteus blooms for only 2 days and only a couple of times in its 40 years of life. In height, the corpse flower can reach more than 3 meters. There are specimens with more than 3 meters in diameter, and the largest weight of the corms is about 90 kilograms. The plant itself is not very attractive, neither in appearance nor odor. Amorphophallus has been cultivated in China for over 1,500 years. The tubers of the exotic plant are a diabetic product used to lower blood sugar and cholesterol levels. In Japan, Amorphophallus tubers are used to make soups and stews. The dried tuber is ground into powder to make noodles or gelatin, which are then used to make special tofu. Dishes from the plant improve metabolism, get rid of toxins in the gastrointestinal tract. Hydnora. The African hydnora has a look that makes it hard to tell it's a plant. This creature of nature looks more like a mushroom and remains so until its flower opens. In fact, the flower is named after a mushroom. Hydnor means mushroom in Greek. But hydnorous flowers do not appear for several years until South Africa, where the plant lives, does not have the right amount of rainfall. When the plant's bright orange flowers squeeze through to the surface, it reaches a height of 10 or even 15 centimeters. This plant grows in the desert in southern Africa, Arabia and the island of Madagascar. The appearance of the hydnora is very specific. Some say that its flower looks like a snake's head that opens its mouth wide, while others call it an unusual mushroom until it opens its bright orange petals. The flower also has an unpleasant odor that attracts insects. Hydnora africana is an insectivorous and parasitic plant. It adheres to other plants by its roots and, extracting nutrients from them, lives off them until the rainy season. It is a long underground stem with roots, and has no leaves. Swainson's is beautiful. Swainson's lovely is one of the best-known wildflowers in Australia. The Swainson is the emblem of the state of South Australia, and it is also considered the symbol of Christmas and New Year in this country. Despite the widespread use of this flower, it is strictly forbidden to pluck it without special permission, let alone take specimens abroad. Swainson's beautiful is a perennial evergreen slow-growing liana or climbing shrub from arid regions of Australia. A rather rare species known for its unique blood-red leaves and flowers with bulbous black core, shaped like a crayfish claw. The plant is stunted, reaching no more than 70 centimeters in height. And in the very near future, residents of the country where New Year's Eve is celebrated in summer want to put it on a pedestal and make it the main Christmas plant. Australians want to see a festive flower as not the American poinsettia and the flower of domestic production. Field Modesty Swainson really worthy competitor to the indoor beauty poinsettia. Its color scheme is traditional for Christmas around the world. Dragon's breath. Chili peppers don't kill very many people, but those who dare to try dragon's breath have a good chance of dying, because its sting reaches 2.48 million units on the Scoville scale. Thus, a mildly hot pepper like jalapeno is 300 times inferior to it. Even military pepper spray has been left behind. The new super hot variety was developed by British breeder Neil Price in collaboration with researchers from Nottingham Trent University as part of a program to develop natural anesthetics based on capsaicin, a substance extracted from the hot red pepper. The first pepper bush was grown by horticulturist Mike Smith from northeast Wales, who named it after the red dragon, the national Welsh symbol on the Welsh flag. The pepper is characterized by small, fingernail-sized fruits that turn red-orange when ripe, are covered with a wrinkled skin and have the typical pointed tail. Well, as I promised, the video was interesting. So, subscribe to the channel, give it a thumbs up. See you tomorrow. Bye for now.